All right. What is going on, everyone? We are live. And I still have a speaker on, getting some feedback there. Anyways, yeah, happy, what day is it today? Today's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. I'll lower that a bit. My name's Adu. This is the Unconventional Mindset. And we get together every Monday through Friday. And we talk about ideas and we build stuff and we try to figure out how to build a $1 million company or a company that's going to generate $1 million in revenue every single year. You know, y'all got all kinds of great people on YouTube and other places talking about all kinds of stuff about how to build a company. But let's actually try to do it. So unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit longer than 10 minutes. And what are we on? Episode 293. So we've been going on it for a while. We're trying to figure this out. And what I thought we'd talk about today is something that I was actually talking with my business coach today. So it was actually my last coaching call in this kind of cohort for this validation program. So that kind of sucks. So I'm not going to have that weekly call anymore, at least for a little bit. And one thing that you mentioned they were talking about was, well, we're talking about like the Google ads and people coming to the website and maybe brainstorming about why we're not getting the response that we want to receive from the people that are visiting the site. And one of the things that we just touched on was about unique value proposition and unique selling proposition, and how there's kind of, I guess, the two different things to think about in terms of what you're going to be giving to the user. And if I just share my screen here real quick, which my stream deck is being very finicky. Okay, there it goes. I think we're good. So I just have it right here, just a little bit of a Google thing, although not Google, just using Brave. The difference between the two things here. So like unique selling proposition, I think from what they're saying here, it's just the things that you can do that can give you maybe a competitive advantage or just something that can distinguish you from someone else, right? Like what it says here, what sets your company apart. And then the value proposition is, okay, so I mean, what it says, informing the customer what a company can contribute to their life, and with what content and value it can fill up. So I guess, maybe, how could I say it another way in my own words? Unique value proposition without using the word value. Yeah, I guess it's almost like what it is that you're going to actually do for the customer. Like what's the promise that you're going to make and how are you going to deliver on solving the customer's problem? So that's like the unique value proposition. And I guess the idea is to kind of think of, I don't know if it's to think of the two different things, but if we look at pixel pieces, this is what I thought in my mind, which first jumped out to me. And let me know what you think about this, whether you think this is correct or not. But I think of the unique value proposition is saving the user time with building a website, right? By using our components, you're going to be able to build a website faster than without using components. And I mean, that's it. That's the value proposition right now. There are things that we can do in the future to add value to that statement, or there could be other different things, right? It could also be what we're working on is the educational piece, and it's teaching you how to make websites and make WEBFLOW websites and be a better web designer as a whole. So that's another aspect. That would be another value that you can give people. And then the other value, Kevin, how you doing? Welcome. How's it going today? Hope you're doing well. So the other value that I was thinking of, what did I say? So building website faster, teaching people how to build websites. Is there another one? Maybe that's it. Maybe those were the two different things that I was seeing, where one is kind of immediate that we can offer right now, and the other one is right in the future. I feel like there was something else. I can't think of it right now. Anyways, so So that's the value proposition. And then the unique selling proposition. This is actually something that I just kind of heard of. I think I've heard of it before, but I never thought about it in the context of pixel pieces. And this is what he mentioned, was thinking about that one thing that can set me apart from the competition, right? And what jumped out at me for this, because that's the thing too, that's in my mind. It's always this, like, why the hell would anybody come to me to pixel pieces when you could go to any of those other much more established offerings out there? Like the Reloom library obviously jumps out. It's like, why would you not go to them instead of coming to me? And what jumped out at my mind, and again, I could be wrong about this, but this is what I'm thinking, is what separates me from them is how I'm approaching the pricing. And I know pricing is not a really good, in fact, it's probably a really shitty way to try to think that you're going to distinguish yourself from the competition. Just be like, I'm a lower price. Like, I'm not Walmart. I'm not trying to undercut or undermine, anybody just based on price alone, because that's like the race for the bottom. And that's not how I want to do business. But it's more the concept of a monthly payment versus a lifetime payment. And really, I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is extract the value that I would normally have for a lifetime, like the average lifetime value of a customer if they were going month to month, and just extract that value at the start, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Whether that's undercutting or lower cutting, I have no idea now, because I'm just throwing out pricing, it's a $250, whatever. So if it ends up being $350 for whatever, that's fine. That's kind of how I see myself as a differentiator. That's the unique selling proposition. It's not so much that I'm trying to compete on price by being cheaper. I don't want to do that, but by just offering a completely different way to think about how you can purchase this type of software, if that makes any sense. So other than that, is there any other kind of unique selling proposition that I can have? USP is sales oriented and more immediate, while the UVP is focused on a long-term effect. Yeah. So those are the two things that I was thinking about. And what I was trying to think about, like, I guess going back to this lean canvas that we had for pixel pieces, we're thinking about, like, what was a unique value proposition? And it was based on the different types of people we were going to target. So, and I think this is all kind of tying into what it is that we're going to be planning out to do in the next month or two. But anyways, the number one, I have built beautiful Webflow designs in hours, not days or weeks. So I think the thing is here, it's not even beautiful. I think I need to I think I need to stop with that language. Build beautiful websites, blah, 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 this and that. It's really about the speed at which you can deliver. So we want you to know that you come with us, you're going to be able to build websites faster. Just like, that's it. That's from the freelancer kind of perspective. Comments. There we go. Creating community of developing people beyond providing components. Yes. So this is definitely something that's super, super important to me. And it's kind of, I guess that could be another way where eventually I will distinguish myself. And I guess this would be a unique selling proposition. So I love what you're saying in terms of developing a community. Now, a lot of, like, I don't, like the communities that like Reloom has, and I don't even know what Flowbase has. And also, what's their name? FinSuite. They have like their Slack communities. But I feel like we could do something more. And I don't know if it's more of something that is on the level of what Flux Academy does or what the Future does, in the sense that it's, I don't know, it's really built more on the educational type space. So I love that aspect. And I think that plays into right here, actually, into, let me kind of zoom in a little bit more. This education space, right? Especially the junior people just wanting to start out, and the people, kind of that are at the intermediate level, a place that they can come to to learn about web design as an industry as a whole, right? There's much more to it than just taking components and slapping them on a website, or even just in WebFlow. There's definitely so much more to it, and I find even to be able to really utilize components to its maximum value or maximum potential, having a good fundamental grasp of what makes a good website is super, super important too. So yeah, that's another piece to it, and I think that's what we really need to focus on here. And then the other ones, this is just about building fast, and then increasing productivity. So this is more for like an agency. Yeah. So this would be I think this would be even more specific. It would be like an agency that literally is hey, we just build WebFlow websites for people. And I don't know how many of those are going to be, I don't know how many of those are out there. I mean, there's individuals that do it, but I don't know about agencies. I'm sure there's some, just like agencies are built using WebFlow or WordPress and all that kind of stuff. I mean, but WordPress and WebFlow have completely different like market share, I guess you can say. So those are what I'm thinking about my UVP and USP. So do let me know what you think about it. And I guess the second thing that I kind of wanted to tie into why I'm thinking about this is having a look at our campaigns that I don't want to go on this page. Let's go to the home page. I want to look at the campaigns that we've been holding and looking at the results that we've had so far and thinking about why we're not getting any conversions and trying to understand that. So there's multiple reasons for why I think our campaigns aren't doing well, but let's see here. Campaign status enabled. Okay, let's just see which ones are enabled. I guess there's only one. I guess the other one is not enabled. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's look at the past actually. The last 14 days. Then we'll talk a little bit more about community and education stuff in a little bit once we get into the timeline. But I just want to think about this for a little bit and maybe get some thoughts for what you guys are thinking. Okay. So we're running two campaigns. They're basically almost the same campaign. This one we started, which was going to be in America, but we got flagged because it was using a trademark name, which is WebFlow, which is weird. Well, it's not weird because obviously it's trademark. You can't just use it for whatever, but we're not competing against WebFlow. We're using it to augment our stuff. And their stuff. So, maybe that's why it has a lower click-through rate. I'm not sure. Anyways, the point being is if you look at everything that we had, can we see like our actual clicks? Does it show? Let's go to maybe overview here for a second. Okay, so we've only had 500 clicks. I thought it was more than that. Can we see clicks here? Why don't we see clicks? I guess maybe because, excuse me, I guess maybe because we need to see all the ads. Okay, so we've only had 522. I thought it was more than that. Let's go to, let's just take a look at our analytics here. Okay, this is not where I want to go. I need to, I'm in the wrong account. Let's go can we do last 14 days? What's the date today? Today's the 2nd, so 14 days. There we go. Pixel pieces. Okay. So 569. Okay, so that's about right. I thought it was more than that. Maybe it's just because of the visitors. Okay. So we're not at 1,000 visitors. So if you guys remember, let's go to Figma. I thought it was more than that. So maybe we don't have to worry too much just yet. Okay. Oh, no, I think we do. Right. So this is what our funnel is. We want to go from awareness to activation to revenue, and it's 10% at each level. So under our assumptions, for every 1,000 people that visited our site, we would want to have 10% of them sign up. Maybe that number is way too aggressive, obviously. So that means we'd have 100 free members. So far, if you look at our ads, we've had 522 people click, and they came to our landing page right here, and they didn't sign up. So far we've had 0 signups. So that's not good. And out 522 people, 10%, we should have had, according to what we would want, we would have 5 people that would have signed up. Or sorry, 5 people or 50 people. 50 people sign up. So I think that those numbers, so either those numbers are off in terms of what we're thinking is going to be a good conversion rate. But there could also be a really big disconnect between the ad that we're running and what we're serving the people, like they're coming here. And yeah, so there could be a disconnect there, or, it could just, it could also be that Pixel Pieces is just not good, right? But let's not jump to that conclusion right now. I think what we need to try to do is make the landing page fit a whole lot more with the actual ad. So the one thing that I've also done with the ad here is I removed all of the parameters that were set for the budget. Well, not the budget, but the bidding. I didn't set a maximum click. So it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and it's going to be at $50 a day. So whatever happens. And so we're going to see that to see if we can get maybe some more high quality traffic. Oh, right. The other thing that's very, very, very important to remember is when we did this initial campaign, if you look here, like 88 to 87 or whatever % of all of our spend and all of the clicks, 90% of the clicks were on a phone. So when you're looking at Pixel on the phone, I mean, it still looks pretty decent, I think, if I can just bring it up here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this can be seen at all. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, right? That's the site. You have the little components, right? It doesn't look like a bad site on a phone, but I don't think you get the full breadth of what it is that you're looking for, or what you might be looking for. And you can even peruse the components and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so that might be an issue. So we removed the mobile traffic, and then we removed the pricing per ad. So now we're going to see how well that performs, and if there's any change in the people that are coming in, maybe the quality of the leads, and if they're matching up. So that's the first thing. So then we'll think about maybe changing out the homepage or the landing page, maybe creating a specific generic landing page that really talks about the value proposition in a way that's probably better than what we're having right now. And the other thing too that the coach recommended that I kind of think about, or at least it's kind of hinting that this would be pretty important, would be somewhere on here to put in, even if it's just something for me that I can time for myself in terms of what the difference is, put in some kind of number where it says like, hey, this is going to, decrease your time, your build time by up to 80% or something like that. So have a actual fact-based number that you can throw in there that can really nail home that value, right? So that's what we want to do. We really want to make sure that we hit home with that value proposition, because it says here build faster than ever. Yeah, okay, what does that really mean, right? So I think we can work our content to be a little bit more clear. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for the value proposition. Again, with the unique selling proposition, I don't know if that should be, if I should bring that up higher somewhere. So this is still part of time, I think, anyways. Like, don't reinvent the wheel. Why people choose it. I wonder if something like this, like the pay once membership for life, I wonder if that should be up top, where, what it could be, because here it's talking about the components, and here it could just be something like pay once, access 100 plus components. And even just maybe, instead of just having a dashboard here, you can have like the different buckets for the different types of components. Hey, like 5 footer pieces, 5 navigations or whatever, and just kind of display them. Like, these are block things. Maybe I could make that as well, but make it in here. And it's like people can interact with it and see what the components look like. Just kind of like this. I might do that, actually. I think I kind of like that. So that'll bring, I need to tighten this before it falls off. So I think that might be a good thing to do for this homepage. And here we can talk about the actual numbers, like increase by 80% or whatever. Yeah, I like that. And then here we can talk about, it's just about the pricing, right? Buy once, don't reinvent the wheel, pay once, like access, pay once. Yeah, maybe I'll throw it in here. So I'm just going to say, I'm not going to put this live right now, but pay once, access all 100 plus components now and in the future. So you can build more in less time, whatever, make more money, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then below, we'll just say have actual groupings of components below. And then link to all, something like that. So I like that. So that actually won't be too bad to do. Maybe we'll work on that the rest of the week here. I'm not quite sure. Because we do have some other pressing things that we need to get done. And one of those things is our timeline. So let's take a look at the timeline that we made probably getting close to a month ago now, when we were talking about launching the podcast and doing a podcast. Now, I haven't had any time to think about podcasting since we were talking about doing that. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go. And if we need to focus more on trying to get people to pixel pieces or not. But here's what we're going to do. So this finalize the initial number of components grand launch. So this is going to be a little bit different in how we're going to do this thing. So we had our soft launch, but really what our grand launch is going to be is actually, let's just make it into one component. So we're going to call it the product hunt launch of pixel pieces. Oops, it's not, can I undo that? Show me the completed tasks. Okay, undo that one. Okay, let's just up this. Okay, and we're gonna put this as a milestone. Can I make it as a milestone? Mark as a milestone. And we know we want to get 30 days. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do 30 days from April 8th. So 10, 15, 20. So I think on, yeah, so this gives us, I think on this 13th. So we're going to do May 13. Yeah, that's going to be assigned to me. So this is the big launch. So until then, what we need to do is we're going to move this over and we're going to start I guess, what day is Monday? April 8th? No, I guess we can start today. Well, I know I'm not going to do anything today, so let's just, maybe let's push it. If we push it to the 8th, to the 12th, yeah. So this, we're going to call this one, we're just going to active, promotion, no, active, maybe not active, like be active on product hunt and discussing, no, and try to engage with the community. Again, I'm not sure what that looks like, but that's what we need to do. So that's definitely what we're going to need to do. And this one is going to be dependent on this, of course. I wonder, it should show the line. Oh yeah, it shows the line there. Okay. Right, so this thing here, improve the quality of the unconventional mindset stream. So I definitely want to do this. So I think would be really nice. Well, we're episode 293, 293, 294, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. Episode 300 is on Thursday, April 11. So we're going to do that for due on the 11th. In fact, let's just make it on a specific day. And this mark it as a milestone. Yeah. So we're going to work on that. What that's going to look like, again, I'm not 100% sure. But I do have some ideas on what we can do for this live stream. And by the way, if there's any ideas that you have on how we can improve this live stream, do let me know. And so initial bank of 8 YouTube videos. So, exactly how do I frame this one? I think what we're going to have, because they're in development right now, my videos. What's the date today? Today's April 2nd. Oh, things are so busy. I'm going to go on the 15th. Released first YouTube video for pixel pieces. And oops. That's also going to be a milestone. Okay, close this, please. I think I said the 15th, right? But how's that going to work with this? Because when I launch, right, because that's the other thing too with the ads, where when I'm running the ads and people are coming, hopefully they're coming to the website, they're landing here, but they don't know anything about me, or they don't know anything about the product at all. But there's no face to it. Like, I think by having some kind of face to the product, I think that would be a good thing, so that it's not, so people don't know that it's just some kind of, AI run thing or who knows what, right? So I think having a YouTube channel that we can point to would be really good. And whether that's a video that we have on the homepage or something like that, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. But having that, I think, will be really, really good. I hope I'm not putting myself too thin here. Right. So this day, I want to... we want to have a good month, right? So, but I'm going to throw it for Monday. And then what I'm going to say, I'm going to say 4 videos. And that's going to be starting with today to this day. And that is dependent on this. And then in terms of a podcast, I definitely don't want to even think about doing anything like that until this is launched, until after this launch. But I definitely need to give myself enough time, especially when I start filming the podcast. So let's put it, we'll see what happens with the launch, and then we'll start with like the day after. This is assigned to me as well. And this here, no. Okay. It's got to be assigned to me. That's assigned to me. And that's also assigned to me. Okay. So we got a really busy spring going on here. And this doesn't even count the stuff that I'm doing with clients, and it doesn't count something else that I want to do so badly. And it also doesn't count any improvements that we're going to make in Pixel's main site, which is our actual creative agency. And there's updates that we want to make for that, which we discussed quite a while ago, actually. Well, actually, it wasn't quite a while ago. I think it was just like last week. Man, I'm kind of out of it today. Okay, so I think this is good. I feel pretty happy about this. The real thing that I need to hustle up on is start making those YouTube videos. And one thing that I was thinking about, and I don't know what to do about this for the YouTube videos and where should they go. Now, this is again the difference between Pixel and Pixel Pieces. Again, Pixel being the creative services agency that I do websites and I do AV work and all kinds of stuff. graphic design, what have you, for my clients. That's all under the Pixel umbrella. And Pixel Pieces is the tool that we built to help me and the agency build websites for my clients, right? So when we're making a YouTube video that's going to be talking about web design and all that kind of stuff, and some of it's going to be related to Pixel Pieces, but some of it's going to be related to just web in general. I think I already answered my question while I'm talking through this. Is where should I build this channel? Should I build it on, should Pixel, like the main company, have this YouTube channel? Or should Pixel Pieces have its own YouTube channel? I mean, people aren't really going to know. I guess they will know eventually kind of what the difference is. But my gut is telling me just go with Pixel for now, and then you link to Pixel. You link to those videos on Pixel Pieces or whatever, which is totally fine. Like if I'm on here, on the website here, and there's like a YouTube link or whatever. Well, I think there's one here which goes to this live stream, but it'll go to Pixel or what have you. And if in the blog that there's embedded videos or whatever, that they're all from the Pixel channel, I think that's okay. I think we're good to keep it under that umbrella, because that way, if Pixel Pieces start releasing content about just design and running an agency in general, I think I could be missing things from the table when I approach things from the whole agency thing, which will fit lots of different things, which I can span and try to focus the company in different areas, right? Whereas, you know what I mean? I know it's a little thing, but I think it's just a little conceptual thing in my mind of what makes the most sense as an organization and how to kind of structure things. I know it's weird too when it's just, I'm a one-man show and all that kind of stuff, but I think setting up the right foundation is pretty important. I mean, it's not, ride or die or anything like that, but just having the right mindset. So I think we create a Pixel-specific YouTube channel, and because within Pixel, there is going to be like Pixel Pieces. It's part of it. It's part of Pixel, right? And I think it's not really going to matter what that YouTube channel says. Other than the fact that it'll be like Pixel Media or whatever. So I think we'll go with that. Okay, so I think with that, unique sales proposition is something that we're going to be known for, and we're thinking that we're going to be known for having a completely different pricing model than all the other competitors out there. So it might make it easier for you to sell to your manager or your organization or whatever the case may be, or even just for you personally, if you hate having subscription items and charges every single month, which is a real pain in the ass. I hate it too. So that's our unique sales or unique selling proposition. And our unique value proposition is cutting down the time it takes for you to build a website, for your clients, allowing you to make more money, right? So a huge time savings. So we have to be very clear on what that value proposition is and what value that we give you, the web designer and developer. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Much appreciated as always. And again, if there's anything you want to see me do on this live stream to talk about, or any behind the scenes stuff about running a business and accounting, finances, whatever the case may be, taxes, any of that stuff, let me know. And I'll be happy to see what I can do about incorporating it into the day-to-day stream. Until then, have yourself a fantastic day. Keep plugging away. Keep growing your business. Wishing you all the success in the world. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for a brand new stream.